So today we're going to actually sit down and do a makeup tutorial slash how I do my makeup slash makeup routine. Hey guys, it's Victoria Jashanti here and welcome to my channel. I wouldn't say a lot of people, but there have been like multiple people asking me to sit down and do like a makeup video. I'm no professional, y'all. I started doing makeup in middle school and I just growed and still growing. I'm still learning. I don't want to just like make it seem like this is the right way because everyone does their makeup differently. I feel like makeup is really just a form of art and art can be perceived differently. Let's just get into how I do my makeup. First, you're going to make sure your skin is prepped. You're going to do your skin routine, put your SPF on, moisturizer, all the other good stuff just to make sure your skin is really hydrated under all of the makeup. Then you want to go in with a primer. I use this e.l.f. primer grip primer like this. I try not to rub it in too much because I want the primer to be a little sticky so it can be able to really stick to your makeup. Sometimes depending on what SPF or moisturizer you're using, it can turn a little white, but today because I used the Kiehl's SPF, it didn't turn white. So now we have the primer on. It should look like you dumped your face in baby oil. That's what it should look like. I do like to do the underpainting method. With the underpainting method, you're going to do your concealer, your contour, and all the other stuff first, and then your foundation. After the primer, I like to go in with my brows, and I use this Urban Decay Sleek Day Brow Gel. This is in a translucent shade. Oh my god, I had to do like the old-fashioned YouTube days, but I wanted to show y'all how it has like the little tiny comb on the end where it really grips like your brows, and that's why I love this particular brow gel, because of the little comb. With this, I just like to play around with my brows. Just go up first, and if you don't catch all of your brows like by going up, you can go down just to make sure the product is through every hair, so it can really get a good little cover. Because I like my brows to look a little laminated, so, well, actually a lot laminated. I like them to lay on my forehead. Like, I want them to look like it's a part of my forehead. And the other end of this little comb thing, I just use it to flatten it like that. You definitely can see a difference. That's like a perfect brow. The other brow, you're just gonna do the same thing. You just wanna swoop it up. Make sure all the product is through and through, and it down how you want it. Fun fact, I do get my brows arched a little up because they usually grow downward, but I like them to be a little like, snatched. You can see the shadow a little bit, like where they originally grow up to like here. And that's how you fake a lamination. Because my brows are already like full, I don't fill them in too much unless I want to do just like a over glamifying look. Refy brow pencil, I think that's how you pronounce it. Refy brow pencil in shade dark brown. And honestly, it don't even have to be this brow pencil that you use. I just really love the tiny like micro end because it really gives that fake natural like brow stroke. Now we can start on the base of the makeup. For concealer, I like to use this Tinted Serum concealer. It is in shade number 6. I wouldn't say this right here is a brightening concealer. You want to use 2 shades lighter if you want like that bright under eye. For my brightening concealer, I do use this Hourglass concealer in shade Flex. And I'll just put that where this is right here, and then just have like the natural concealer on the outer part, and then just like blend it in. But yeah, don't be shy with the concealer because you want your under eye and everything to be smooth and still give that good coverage, especially if you color correct or anything like that. You want that to give a smooth, flawless coverage. Concealer right here as well. This is like the center focus of your face. Put it right there just to highlight, give your face a good look. I don't know. And I do the triangle method. Like, That might be kind of like 2016, 2017 of me. Next, we have the contour. For contour, I like to use this NYX Can't Stop, Won't Stop concealer slash contour in shade Deep Walnut. And as you see, I am running out. I really need to get some more, but I think I'm gonna change up and use the Fenty contour stick, or I might try House Lab. Use my contour stick like this and do it like this. Now, when I do contour, I just follow my natural like cheekbone. A good little tip for that, you can just literally just contour wherever part that's giving that little natural cut. Like, and for the nose contour, I like to follow the brow. I don't like to get too deep in the nose contour because I don't want to like change my face, but I just like to go from the brow and then just go down like that. But that is the contour. You want to do your forehead, your cheek, other cheek, down at the neck. I like to do down at the neck because I still like to give, you know, that snatched look. You don't have to. I feel like we let our concealer sit long enough. I don't know if it's gonna stay focused or not, but this is the e.l.f. concealer brush. It's going to blend lightly, tap, 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 just to smooth the edges a little. And usually when I do a bright under eye, I just start with the bright first and just work my way down like that, down and across. And I'll take the other end of the brush and then do the darker shade of concealer. I just like to smooth the concealer upward, just like that, like this. On the other side, we're gonna do the same exact thing. Notice how I'm not really putting it like all the way to my nose. Now, sometimes you can just go a little over like that and give a natural contour. If you want your makeup to last all day, you can't be using like itsy bitsy makeup or it's just not gonna work. You have to layer, you have to put that makeup on. So yeah, that is how I pretty much just smoothed out my concealer and all the other concealer placements. Next, we're gonna go in and blend it just a little. I use this little baby e.l.f. sponge. It does have a little blush on it. Don't put blush on it. Kind of blend out the ends so it won't look too rough, like that. Also, I do like this, just lightly tap like that, lightly tap like that, so it looks something like this. And I look crazy right now, but you just have to trust the process. Next is blush, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. blush in shade Very Well. I'm going to do 2 dots right here. I love this blush. It's like the perfect like pink. It's warm, but it's still bright. By the way, don't forget to wet your beauty blenders. I always wet my beauty blenders with setting spray. Now I'm going to go in with the foundation. I use this It Cosmetics brush. This is like the star shaped one. For foundation, I am using this NARS Short Light Reflecting Foundation. It's MD5. That's what I know for sure. That's what I, remember. I just like to put it on my brush. I know it may not be like the most accurate way to apply foundation. Sometimes I do like to put it on my hand, so I would recommend just putting it on your hand first. Work your way into the magic. And with applying the foundation, don't just kind of go in lightly, because underpaid method is not meant to like soak in foundation. It's not meant to use a lot of foundation. It's really used to just put a little on and kind of just work as a bone. I don't know. When I think about underpaid method, I think of like, okay, this is my bones and the foundation is like the skin, Now with this right here, go in a little lightly. Don't forget the forehead. And I like to, as you see, I'm wisping it like up, but I'm also patting very, very softly. Please, people, pat softly. You don't want to take away the product. And with the nose, the same thing. Pat softly. Now you can see we're getting somewhere. Right now, the face is looking very monotone. I like to go in with this setting spray by Tilbury. This airbrush setting spray, and I just like to spray a little bit just to make sure all of it is really set in. A good cheaper alternative would be Morphe setting mist and Revolution setting spray. Now for the powders, me and this setting powder have a relationship. This is the Laura Mercier loose powder in shade medium deep. I like to go in with a powder puff. It could be literally any powder puff as long as it's, you know, triangle shape, and just tap it in like that. Use my hand to tap off excess, but also make sure it's evenly applied on the powder puff. And you're just gonna do exactly what I'm doing. Press it like that. Do you see the difference? This is shiny, this is a little bit oily, and this is more matte. And you can definitely see where I applied it already because of the difference. Excess powder on the puff, I just like to go down right here so I won't have any smile lines in my makeup, you know, anything going in their pores or all that other stuff. Now you see how that looks like a filter? That literally looks like a filter. You also want to use the excess powder on that puff to just dab in your forehead a little, because you're anything like me, you get a little extra shiny on that forehead. Okay, and this is how it looks so far. Now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer. I just started using bronzer over maybe 6 months ago, and I fell in love with it. Like this Fenty Mocha Mami bronzer, I love how warm it is. And with this brush right here, it is the e.l.f. small Stipple brush. As you see, I use a lot of e.l.f. brushes. I use a mixture, honestly, e.l.f., Morphe, Real Technique. And I'm just taking this bronzer and just kind of putting it on top of where my contour placement was. And I'm dabbing a little right there on that forehead. I do like to make sure I'm tapping off excess. Use a little bronzer on my nose as well. That is me with the bronzer. Now I'm going to add this powder blush by Juvias Place. This is the volume 6 palette. So I just go up like that. Just to lift. Everything is about snatch with me. I'm so weak. No, it's not. If you smile while doing your blush, it'll drag your face. And that is the blush placement. Now that the base is like fully on and done, I feel like we can get into other things. Now, eyes. You notice I didn't do anything to my eyes at first. I know it's like a thing where you do your eyes first so you won't drop all the makeup on your regular face. However, I like to use like a little tiny brush. This is by Morphe, and I take this Morphe palette, Neutral Territory, and use this chocolate shade right here and just really get a good lather and kind of like do this. And I'm gonna do a whole video on eyeshadows and stuff like that, because I feel like, one, I'm still learning. Two, eyeshadows is such a like multi-step like method. Next, I'm gonna use this small angled brush by e.l.f. I'm gonna go in with this lighter brown right here. I'm really gonna play like patty cake by going in between two shades like right here, and then just tap it in the middle like this. And just dip a little right here. Then you take this e.l.f. blending brush to blend out the shadows. Just like that. Blend it softly like that. Once again, I feel like this side is killing this side, but we're getting somewhere. It won't really focus, but for liner, I like to use this ABH liquid liner in shade brown. And if you really want to clean up your liner, use your concealer brush. Don't put any concealer on it, but just like use the brush to clean it like that. I don't stop right there though. I do like to use my liner as a little fake mole. I do have moles already over my face, but they often get covered up. So I just like to add them. A lot of women in my family have like moles all over the place. I do have moles all over my body, I know that. And I just find them so beautiful, like freckles, moles, all of that. My mom has freckles, my grandmother has freckles, but hers are more so like all over her body. My mom have them on her face, and I just find it so beautiful, and I can't wait till I get older because it's just like, I know I'm gonna look so good. Like, I know it's gonna look beautiful. Next, we're gonna go in with lashes. Now, sometimes I don't do lashes. Sometimes I like to do the no lash look, you know, mascara only. It do be eating down, but this time I'm gonna use some little clusters. These right here, I really got them from Dollar Tree because they were cute. I don't judge. They were cute, and I use clusters all the time, so I was like, why not? These could be like my go-to, and they were only $1, so whatever. I do, however, use the Ardell ones, the Kiss ones, and the Ardell clusters. They are usually in the medium. I will link that below. For lash glue, I like to use this nasty little butter right here. You have the bun end and you have the seal end. You're going to use the bun end to bun your lashes. And I like this because it goes on like mascara almost, so you don't have to like worry about overdoing it. I think I'm gonna use the shortest ones only because I want like a natural look with it. I'm gonna put the lash at the bottom like that. I feel like when you put them at the bottom, okay, don't start this tonight. It really just look more natural. Honestly, I just like to keep it like this because I feel like it gives more of a like, I don't know, playful vibe. You can do like another one right at the end, but I'm not gonna do it. Then you take your sealed end, just seal the lash, and that is that. Next is mascara. The Lash Princess, I use that mostly every day because it's pretty good for the price. Then this is the Clinique one. This is actually the newer one by Charlotte Tilbury, and it's really good. I just don't use it every day. And I know a lot of people say the Lash Princess is such like a kitty choice, but it's a good mascara. And this is why I like to just put one at the end, because I like that cat eye kind of full effect. I do have this lash comber by Lancome. Comb out my lashes whenever it sticks together. So I do this like this, and then just coat it again. And that is how I like to do the natural looking lash. Nothing crazy, just mascara, and then make sure you do a lash comb to like comb out the, you know, clunked up parts. I don't know what it is about this type of mascara wand, but I love this type of mascara wand. I just feel like it works a little better than the straighter ones. Before you coat the bottom lash, you want to make sure you go ahead do your final setting spray. I think bottom lashes low-key remind me of like the 70s or 80s makeup look. For highlighter, we're going to use this Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Lightning one. What shade is this? Oh, shade Spotlight. And put a little right here. It's so pretty. Use your fingers to just pat it in. And then a little right here. A little right here. Notice how I don't really conceal my underbrow. I like my brows to be clean, but I also like them to just look kind of like natural in a way. If I want to be a little bit more extra, a little bit more sparkle, this Ulta Beauty eyeshadow in shade Buttercream. It is so sparkly. That's just one little swipe. I like to put it right here in my NARS just to add more sparkle. If you really want to get a little extra, you can put it right here. Oh my gosh, this look is low-key giving like old Hollywood, like glamour. I love it. Now, I'm not gonna lie, for my lips, I do use like the most random products. Sometimes I use eye pencils, lip pencils, shadows, whatever I feel like looks good and that stays on the longest. In this case, we're gonna use the Bobbi Brown cream liner in shade Rich Chocolate. Line the lips. Like I said, you can use any brown pencil, brown lip liner. It works really good. Now, because my lips are so defined with like the lines, like my cupid's bow and my pout, I do like the underline. I feel like when I stay right on top of the definition, it just kind of like makes it even more beautiful. One tip that I learned recently that I absolutely love is doing a cherry liner on top of your lip. Put it on top of the brown liner, only on my top lip. And it's really not overlining your lip, but then again, I guess it would be considered. Like I said, I really just underline, but over the liner, I like to put this, if that makes sense. You know, I don't overline, but I put another liner over the liner. For the inner color of my lip, I like to use this little tiny Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lipstick. And you want to keep on blending till you get like your perfect desired lip. Y'all, this is a perfect pink, and I really wish I could help y'all and find what brand this is. However, I got this from like Instagram shop 2-3 years ago. Makeup don't inspire, in my opinion. It does, but this isn't inspired. It's not. It's too cute. Let me be delusional, you know, by myself. And for my gloss, I'm using the CoverGirl Yummy Gloss in shade Sunset Blush. And if you want it to be extra glossy, you can use this MAC lip glass with it right here. Because this is a gloss, honey. Add your final layer of setting spray. I really need to get a fan. And that's it, y'all. Oh my god. That is how you get a flawless look. I know I didn't go into full detail with like every single product, but I will do so in the future. I promise that. I'm so excited to just start like really talking about makeup because I love makeup so much. So yeah, here's a closer look. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. I am so excited for this journey of mine. I'm excited to just follow one of my passions. So yeah, thank you. I really appreciate it. Maybe like, comment, subscribe. I don't know, whatever you feel your heart's desire. If you want to follow more of my content, I am on TikTok and Instagram, same name, but Curious Ashanti. And yeah, thank you.